Alright, so last episode we spent 100 million on brand new transfers here. The first being Dominic to be back with striker to Lewandowski to try and revive his career here at Barcelona. It's been Controller Manassi to be a new centre back alongside Pau Kabassi and Max Pfeiffer as a backup midfielder in the midfield as a backup to Frankie de Jong, and also Pedri. But I can see other than in this game, we've got a goal courtesy of Yamal up against Sevilla here, and the second courtesy of Yamal once again, who's in red hot form in the season so far, and a late goal here. Well, a goal later in the game to make it 3-0, and we simmed it to get a 3-0 victory there against Sevilla. And after that, we took on Real Madrid in our first El Clasico of the season, in which Rodrigo saw red and got red, as you can see, for his ludicrous challenge from behind on Kabassi after we took the lead. They just absolutely crumbled up to this point because we just managed to score goals like it was nothing, and Rafinha scored again there to make it 2. We then added the third right here with Dominic scoring an incredible goal there to chip Courtois. They did get a goal back courtesy of this incredible goal from Mbappe, but as you'll see in a second, de Jong said, well, anything you can do, I can do better with this absolutely insane strike. We can see better from this replay here with this strike from de Jong. It was picture perfect into the top left hand corner. But yeah, we then took an Ajax, in the Champions League. I forgot this was next up. We then took an Ajax in the Champions League and got a fairly comfortable victory against them, as you can see here. Trouncing number of goals with Yamal in the third. We then simmed the rest of the game and picked up a 40 victory. But let's get into today's episode. We're going to make a big signing as well and hopefully continue our amazing form. And for our first game of today's episode, we're going to take on second in the table and let it come. We're currently 11 points ahead of them. So let's get into this one. And for this game, we're going to play Darwin Núñez at striker, as we have been doing recently since we had signed him. It's been incredible for us in the team so far. And you guys in the comments down below suggested that we move Koundé to centre back, and not Koundé to centre back, Koundé to CDM, sign a new right back in Hakimi, and also sell de Jong, Araujo, and possibly bring in Zertsky and let go of Lewandowski, which I think are good transfers. I just feel like maybe right now we don't need to make those transfers. Like Koundé at right back is great. De Jong's been playing incredible in CDM, so there's no reason to sell him. And I'll see everyone else is playing incredible as well. Let's get into this game now up against Atletico Madrid and hopefully continue our undefeated run so far in the league. Play Rashford at left wing, which is something that would be good for us, yes, but dropping Dani Olmo wouldn't be good. And here's Rafinha early on, who shoots, and Rafinha's done that by John Black with a good save. One here to Antoine Griezmann, who will be 85 rated in SC26, so a massive downgrade for him. The handball by Lenormand, the first free kick of the series, is going to be taken by Lewandowski, who is on. No, it's going to be Rafinha currently because Lewandowski's not playing, so it's going to be Rafinha to take. And can we bend this one in here? Rafinha to wrap this one into the top corner of the goal here. Rafinha to score a free kick at the captain. The put his head, hits it, and scores an absolutely incredible free kick there. I didn't have much faith scoring that one with Rafinha, but he scores an incredible free kick to put us ahead in this game. The captain of the team, as he played out a year or two ago, Barcelona fans were looking to sell and bring in Nico Williams into the squad, but how things have changed for him in the team. He's now the captain and a player that Barca fans hopefully don't think they should sell anymore, because he's a fantastic player, honestly one of the best players IRL, linking it with like Yamal, etc. He's unbelievable for them. It's a great free kick. They're beating one of the best goalkeepers in the world in John Black in the process to put us ahead in this one here. Griezmann, a former Barca player. A player that people believe failed at Barcelona, but I don't think he did. It was just kind of at a time at Barcelona where they were buying a bunch of players at a lot of money, and there wasn't any real cohesion with the team. They were buying like Coutinho, Griezmann, like I mentioned, and other players like Ousmane Dembele. They were just spending a lot of money on players that they didn't really need. And obviously with Griezmann in the squad, they also had Messi and other players that played his position. He wasn't going to really displace from those positions as Darwin Núñez here. That pass is meant for Yamal, but we move. Rafinha, Darwin. Yamal, can he hit it? Yes, he can, and that's not going to be a penalty. Can't take it down. It's back here to Kabassi. Lovely play here. Yamal hits it, saved, rebound. Why didn't he shoot? I told him to do a first time shot there, but the game just made him take a touch for some reason in that position. So he might score a kick-off goal here, which would be very annoying. As Iñaki Williams is coming forward, he hits it, and John Garcia makes a fantastic save there. We made the right decision in letting go to Stegen and playing John Garcia as the first team keeper like they are doing IRL. Darwin Núñez beats the challenge. And Núñez here. Can he make it 2-0? Darwin Núñez. That is Darwin Núñez at his finest. I don't get how he hasn't scored there, to be honest. I'm aiming, like, I literally didn't aim it like perfectly bottom corner because I knew the game was going to try to screw me over there, but somehow still it goes wide of the post. And Iñaki Williams hits it, and that's a good save there by John Garcia. I feel like they're going to get a draw in this game. Atletico. Oh, here we go. Iñaki Williams 1-1 with John Garcia, who makes another fantastic save there. It's an incredible so far. Can lay it off to Yamal. Has the run of Rashford, can play it through. And Rashford, he's sealed the game. He cuts in, and he's hit it straight at Oblak. Our finishing in this game has not been the best. Back here though. Torres to Gavi. And Gavi is denied by a great save by John Oblak. Great interception from Kabasi. That was risky to pressure him, but it was worthwhile. Torres, Gavi. Yamal turns, hits it, shot saved. In here to Fran Torres. Fran Torres across to Rashford to finally. How? I mean, it's the end of the game, but still, how have we only scored 1 goal in this game? But we get the 1-0 win and the 3 points. That's all that matters. But this game should have been 3 or 4 to us in the end. I mean, John Garcia made a fantastic save for us. Maybe we should have scored 1 goal, but overall we should have scored, like I said, 3 or 4 at least. Judging by the stats, we had 15 shots to their 4, 16% possession. But John Oblak in goal for them was incredible. John Garcia for us was incredible as well. And not the highest rated players, only an 8.2 for Rafinha, but we get the man of the match award with him and a big win to start the episode off with. And since you guys suggested it down below, we're going to bring in Joshua Zirkzee into the team. A player that obviously at times for Man United has looked absolutely incredible, at times also has not looked great for them. But we're going to bring him in here to hopefully find the Zirkzee that played for Bologna and was looking incredible, and the reason why Man United bought him to be the new striker. Obviously things haven't really worked out for United in a while in terms of the strikers they do sign. Obviously just letting go of Rasmus Højlund to Napoli and bringing in obviously Mateusz Cunha, etc. But Zirkzee signs for us here, be a great backup striker for us in the squad, and possibly maybe the future Lewandowski replacement. And for 35 million, it isn't the most expensive deal we've made in this series. And for our first chance at silver here, we have to take on Real Madrid in a El Clasico final here in the SuperCopa final. Let's get straight into this one and hopefully see Rafinha lift his first trophy of the season here. SuperCopa, obviously Barcelona last season won the domestic treble. Yamal, in this one, Yamal looking for an opportunity to shoot here, and he does so on Courtois. Makes a save there as Trent gets it clear. They're not playing Camavinga right back this time, and they actually are playing an actual right back. And heading in this game right now is just not working out for me. To play that super close range, and it's passed it to a opponent as Rodrigo somehow got the ball back off us there twice in a row as Mbappe. He's probably going to score here. Yep, knew it. The second Rodrigo got the ball off is a new Mbappe would have scored there. Literally put 2 perfect challenges in on Rodrigo. Should have got the ball off him. But it is where it is. We're 1-0 down against Mbappe, or from Mbappe. Now Rafinha. Darwin Núñez. Rafinha skips the challenge, and that's ball played through to Rafinha, the captain. Does put us back level in this game. Rafinha. How has Courtois saved that? Ball out wide to Fran Garcia, who whips it in. That should have been John Garcia to come out and collect, but he didn't do so. Now Yamal here. Oh, how is that? Okay. Okay, De Jong now. Carrying the ball forward for us. Yamal into Dani Olmo. Play it hopefully free, but the delay. On the way inside here, back. No, it's trying to play back up past it to Yamal, but the game didn't do it. And Yamal now looking to create a bit of room. He's done so. He's got inside Yamal. Can he shoot and score? Yes, he does. And we're back level here, courtesy of Lamine Yamal. He scores a great goal there to put us level in this game. You'd love to see it there. A great bit of skill opening the space to find the back of the net with a finish there. He's stopping dead there. Great bit of skill beating Camavinga, I believe that was. And rifling it past Courtois this time to put us back level in this game. But I don't have a great feeling about this kickoff here, because I've got a feeling that Madrid are going to score straight from kickoff here. I just have a feeling, man. Considering the way they scored their first goal with the rebounds working for them, I feel like it's going to be one of those games. Just Koundé cuts it out though. Dani Olmo. White tap from behind there by Well, it's going to be a red card for their players, surely, right? Surely that's a red card, and the second red card in El Clasico this season. And it is going to be a red card for Camavinga. I just saw Rodrigo got sent off in the first game in the league, but Camavinga here in the final, absolutely unnecessary challenge there on Dani Olmo. Rafinha, that should be onside. Darwin Núñez scores and it's 2-1. He didn't shoot first time for some reason, but we managed to get the shot away in the end. That really frustrates me when I try to do something first time and the players take a touch for no reason. Because like, if I'm telling you to do it first time, the game should do it first time. Yeah, I mean, that's how it used to be. But it's a great cross-step by Rafinha to find Darwin Núñez, who was onside just about there. And just about gets it in the back of the net there to make it 2-1 to us. And there could be a similar game to the first game against Madrid, where it was kind of close up until they got that red card, and afterwards we ran through them. The question is, can we do that again? As this time they do obviously still have a front three, but they've lost a midfielder. As Depay's being Agent Depay right now, giving the ball away before them as Yamal gets it back. Yamal inside, finesse, and it's free. A little bit fortunate there, not going to lie, with that bit of that deflection working for me there, but finally a deflection works my way. But we make it 3-1 here in Girona Stadium in the SuperCopa final in Madrid. It's a shame that both times I played Madrid, they put in 2 unnecessary challenges for a red card, and it's kind of ruined the game and put us ahead massively. So now take a 2-goal lead going towards half-time of Yamal. Nothing taken away from the finish, that's incredible there from him. And it's now on for a hat-trick in this final here. The question is, can we get him the hat-trick? The ball from him, but just boot it out, I guess. Why not? Mbappe, good defending there. If that gets back to him and he scores, okay, thankfully. Okay, almost Yamal to Darwin Núñez. Again, there's nowhere to go. You know, Dani Olmo, why not? Dani Olmo hits it, and it's wide of the post. Mbappe, oh no, it's the more hit Mbappe. But there is Matt Steifer tracking back and getting the ball off him. Finesse shot from him for the hat-trick, and Courtois makes a good save. That's Rafinha as well here. Rafinha draws it across, looking for Yamal, but it's going to be deflected on that for a corner. Vinicius running through here, and that's a great save from John Garcia. Got through there, but he decided to play it back there. It's Mbappe, burst the pace to make it 3-2, and he's put it wide. And we've won the SuperCopa, our first trophy in the series. Let's go to the trophy lift. And so Rafinha lifted his first trophy, like I said, of the series here. And will Barcelona continue their domestic dominance here with another trophy, their 4th in a row here, obviously winning the treble last season at IRL. Now the SuperCopa added to the collection again this season. And we get to lift it here, Rafinha lifting his first trophy this season. Also, we're looking to also win the Copa del Rey, La Liga title, and also the Champions League this season. And see Rafinha lift all those trophies, and maybe even Lewandowski at one point. If we do, I might give him maybe the league title if we win it, getting to lift that one. But Rafinha lifts the SuperCopa here. Let's get into. And next game, we're going to see a few games in between. But we'll show you the next game we're going to play, which should be a big game. I'm not too sure what it's going to be just yet, but it might be in the Champions League in the round of 16 maybe. But let's cut to whatever our next game is going to be after one more trophy lift here from Rafinha, because why not? I wasn't expecting this to show up after the final, but Hansi Flick here, I mean, to be fair, he did win the domestic treble last season and has just won a trophy. But Hansi Flick here is winning the Manager of the Season award, which you'd love to see. I literally wasn't expecting this to pop up when it did. I was literally about to sim through, but literally straight after the game, this pops up here as David Beckham hands over the trophy to Hansi Flick after winning the treble with Barcelona last season. And well, a much-deserved award for our manager here. Alright, so our next game here is going to be up against Atletico Madrid in the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey. Let's get into this one and hopefully knock them out of the Copa del Rey to try win this trophy for a second season in a row. We've already lifted one trophy in today's episode. Can we get on our way to win, to hopefully lift the second later in the series here? It's been a while since I last recorded the last part. It's been like pretty much almost a day. Here's Lamine. Early on there, Lamine hits it. Lamine shoots, and Jordan Black makes a good save though. Great chance here. At our early ones with Yamal. It's a ball play through into Griezmann. Griezmann shoots, and Griezmann's denied by good save from Garcia. Dani Olmo, I just had nowhere to go there, but Núñez picks it back up. And Olmo can play it through into Lamine. Yamal, who might be able to make it 1-0 here. Yamal hits it, and Yamal's denied. Darwin Núñez, that was meant to go to the edge of the box. to Rafinha, but who gets it eventually, and Rafinha can hit them. It's a good save by Oblak-Low. Pedri back to Yamal. The pass wasn't the best, but we made it work. As Yamal here can get a finesse shot away blocked, and it's going to fall to Dani Olmo, who puts it wide. Antoine Griezmann, Trivela from range from him. And for a second, I thought that went into Rafinha. And cut inside. Back to Dani Olmo, and get a shot away. Olmo hits it, and Jan Oblak makes a save, and Yamal can't get to the second board out. Shot from range, blocked though, and it's going to fall back to them. Julian Alvarez is going to be dismissed by Kabasi, thankfully there for us. And that is in a minute anyway to bring us some fresh legs, bringing lots of Rashford. Yamal as well, Yamal into Nunes for your last involvement in this game. Nunes denied though by Jan Oblak. And we've probably somehow given away a free kick. Now we've got the advantage there. Okay, wait, no, there we go. So Yamal here. Gonna get in here, Yamal to shoot. Yamal does find the back of the net for a second. I thought that was going to go wide. It's taken us 75 minutes to break the deadlock in this one, and I've got a feeling we're going to concede straight from kickoff, knowing that. For some reason, all the players are stood on the bench instead of sitting on it, but interesting. But Yamal finally gets his goal in this game. It's deserved one. It's played great. It's been denied a few times by Jan Oblak with good saves, but Yamal here, who else would it be to put us ahead? It's a great finish there from him, finds the bottom corner and puts us ahead here in the quarterfinal of the Copa del Rey against Atletico here. We're going to make a few changes like I mentioned. It's a lovely finish there from him, no stopping that. But what I can see straight from kickoff. If I do, I'm going to crash out. Antoine Griezmann. Oh no, it's going to happen. Julian Alvarez. For a second I thought Rafa was never going to give a pen for that. Thankfully they didn't know. Gavi. They're going to send Rashford through. And Rashford is going to get to it. Cuts it back to Lewandowski, who hits it. Lewandowski. Of course he does. He finds the back of the net. It's what he does best. And Robert Lewandowski, in the first few minutes of being on the pitch, well, puts us 2 goals ahead here with this one. And Rashford gets the assist to it. Gets it inside. And a great finish there by Lewandowski. It's a lovely finish there from him to put us 2 goals to the good. And this game should be done now. And we should be through to the semi-final, I believe it. I don't think it is a 2-legged affair. I think it's only 1 leg in this competition. But if not, we'll take a 2-goal into the second leg and we'll sim that. But I think we should be through to the semi-final. That should be the end of the game here. Unless we get one more attack here. Yamal to Lewandowski. And Lewandowski's going to go it alone here. Lewandowski all the way through. Can he get a brace after coming off the bench? Lewandowski is going to get a brace. What an impact Lewandowski has made in this game. We took the lead before he came on, but 2 goals and 1 right at the death of the game here to give us a 3-goal lead and make it definitely an undeniable question that we're through to the semi-final. That's obviously if there is a second leg, but if there isn't, then we're through anyway. And Lewandowski, a great finish from him. 2 goals for him off the bench, proving that he's still going to have an impact when he does play. And well, Nunes should have scored in this game. He got unlucky that obviously Jan Oblak made that big save against him. But we get a 3-0 victory against them here, a clean sheet as well, and a great performance against Atletico here. And also going to look into the stats here. As you can see, we dominated the game. I mean, it's 50% possession, but shots-wise, we dominated 11-4. Performance-wise, Lewandowski, man of the match performance from him. He played, maybe 12 to 15 minutes of football since coming on. And he got a man of the match in that amount of time. That shows you just how good Lewandowski still is to this day. And for the final game of today's episode, we're heading over to Stamford Bridge to take on Chelsea in the Champions League round of 16 first leg. As you can see, we're going to rotate the team a little bit. Lewandowski coming back into the first 11. Also, Gavi and Araujo into the team for them because they need to play more games. Let's get into this game now. Up against Chelsea in the first leg of the Champions League round of 16 and hopefully get a big victory here against them. Or quite a few, actually. Forward playing for this game as Lewandowski early on in this one has hit the post. It's gone back to Yamal, who's denied by ter Stegen, who we sold to Chelsea at the start of the season, to Reece James, the captain. Palmer and James linking up here. That's going to be bad from there though, and we can get the ball out here with De Jong. To Yamal into Lewandowski, back here to Gavi. And Gavi now, can he feed the needle? Yes, thread the needle. He can, yes he can, but he can't get Yamal because the pass was just a little bit overhit there apparently. It seems like his rating is going to be Palmer though. Across, and Jackson has somehow missed it. I thought I made a massive error bringing out ter Stegen to close down Palmer, but Nicholas Jackson, obviously now at Bayern Munich, has put up wide there. He's done more. Fraser Jackson, not to say again, John Garcia, sorry, big save there. Back here to Yamal. Not Yamal, why not? Left foot finesse, blocked there by Yamal. It's Pedri in the centre, but we're going to cut it inside and go back outside here. But Cucurella then, well, in real life here, Yamal's not going to lose the ball, is he though? In here to Rafinha. First real involvement for him in this game. Back here to De Jong. De Jong into Yamal. Great pass, but it's not the finish we needed though. Yamal's got to do better there. That's 2 goals he should have had in this game so far. Now Pedri. You referee can't call it. I'm about to turn, play a pass there, maybe get a shot away. Back out here to Jimmy Gittins. Cole Palmer finesse, no shot from him. John Garcia makes the save. 3 games so far. There's not been much in terms of space for either team. That's De Jong here. Looking to find some. De Jong turns, hits it, blocks though, and that's going to be passed back to Stegen, and thankfully for them, that didn't go in the back of the net somehow. Reece James. And again, we just don't have anywhere to go. There's 2 or 3 Chelsea players always around us. Ball in, first time from Pedri. Good save by ter Stegen. We're going to bring on Darwin Núñez for the pace and just chaos up front for Lewandowski, who should have scored at the start of the game. It's Gavi. Back post. Down to Darwin Núñez. Straight involvement, but straight at ter Stegen. There's not been a goal yet in this game. Oh, big moment. Rafinha. Again. You sort of side of Rafinha. Even he's thinking, how have we not scored yet? Cross it back. I did read that though. Ball in. Jackson. What is going on? There we go. Ball. Oh, why is it going all the way over there though? Well, bad touch there. Darwin Núñez. Rafinha, a bit of space. Hits it. ter Stegen's got to have a magnet in the ball and he's close man, because the ball's just every time going straight at him. He always take the worst touch imaginable. How has that got through? Araujo, that's on you if they score. But Araujo's made up for it by winning it back there. Rafinha. How has Enzo got the ball off him there? This game's going to end 0-0 somehow. I don't understand how we haven't won this game. I don't understand, man, how we haven't won this game. Like, if we looked into the shots that we've had, like, we had 7 on target out of 10. I just feel like we definitely should have won that game. Shots wise, look how many were in the box, and somehow we didn't score. I mean, it's a 0-0 draw. We're going to have to play the second leg or sim it, but we should have won this. And after that 0-0 draw, we're going to call this episode here. You can see in La Liga we are currently quite a few points clear, top of the table. We're still undefeated. Our sim results have been very, very kind to us. We've barely conceded any goals, and we've scored a bunch of them. As you can see, we have scored 60 and only conceded 15, which is incredible. We are on 71 points ahead. Well, 71 points, many points ahead of Atletico, who are second. And Real Madrid are down in 5th in the table. They've had a poor season. As you can see, obviously we did win the SuperCopa. We are going to be, we did some of the semi-final first leg against Valencia, so it seems like it's most likely going to be Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final, hopefully. Obviously in the Champions League after that 0-0 draw against Chelsea, I will most likely sim the second leg because we should have won that game, and it's a home leg as well. We should win that fairly easily and get into the quarterfinals. But as of right now, the team's playing pretty well. We're just like, it just felt slightly off in that last game where we should have scored 100%. We should have scored. Lewandowski should have scored at the start of the game. Yamal should have got 1 or 2 for himself. Darwin Núñez should have scored. I think you probably should have scored at one point as well. But we've got a 0-0 draw. But yeah, that is going to call it for the end of today's episode. So if you're going to enjoy, drop a like and subscribe. So check out the other content I posted here during SC25, as we are only about like 18 or 17 days away from SC26, which is insane. And the first video will most likely be the Man City Career Mode, as usual. And like I mentioned, drop a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.